Welcome to YSME Ed Motivation. I am Joy.
Hi, I'm Sadiq Farhan.
Hi everyone, this is why I send me Edu Motivation. I am Waida.
Hi guys, welcome to Yata Scholarship Initiative May Edu Motivation. I am Isiak.
And we'll be talking about outcome-based education.
Education is a tool which provides people with information, skills, techniques, and enables them to know their rights towards the society, their duties towards the nation at large. Education also empowers us because it also gives us knowledge about the world around us. Now to the importance. It removes poverty, enhances communication, law and order, commerce and trade, security against cyber crimes, and so many more.
This is outcome-based education. Outcome-based education is an educational system that clearly focuses on what the student should be able to successfully do at the end of their learning experience. It doesn't have a single and specific method of teaching and assessment. Different countries have adopted this method. In 1990, Australia and South Africa adopted it. In 1994, United States adopted it. In 2005, Hong Kong adopted it. In 2008, Malaysia adopted it in all of their public schools. As at 2017, we had 19 countries that have adopted this method. The principles of outcome-based education. The first principle, focus on outcomes. This means that everything the teachers must do must be focused on what they want the students to understand and to know, and there are ways of achieving this. You clarify long and short intentions, you assist them to attain the outcomes, and you focus assessments on the outcomes. The second principle is designing backwards. Curriculum should begin with outcomes followed by building blocks of learning. The next principle is high expectations. It means that teachers should establish high challenging standards of performance in order to encourage students to engage deeply in what they're learning. This is the fourth and the last principle, which is expanded opportunities. Teachers must strive to create expanded opportunities for their students. This is based on the fact that not all learners can learn the same thing in the same way and time. However, students can achieve high standards when they are given appropriate opportunities.
5 stages of implementation. 1. Understanding the big picture, the why. This is to the aim of producing graduates whom are ready for industrial demand globally. 2. Setting objectives and outcome. Formulate aims, program learning objective as well as program educational objective. 3. Mapping of outcomes. Under this mapping of outcome, we have 3 stages. Roman figure 1, mapping of program learning objective with program educational objective. 2. Roman figure 2, mapping of program learning objective against regulators requirements. Roman figure 3, mapping of courses with program learning objective. Number 4, delivery of outcome-based education courses. There are 3 stages here too. Stage 1, Roman figure 1, student learning time. Roman figure 2, there should be plan and implementation of different learning and teaching strategies. Roman figure 3, there should be assessment of courses at interval through projects or assignments or through text or exam. Number 5, continuous quality improvement. This act should be embedded and practiced.
Outcome-based education can be still beneficial, but it's often faced by certain setbacks in a place like Nigeria. Nigerian education is characterized hugely by marginalization in facilities and resources. So when some students have great access to materials and resources, a large number of students do not. This means that while outcome-based education targets things like intellectual, entrepreneurial and life skills, these students that do not have access to be definitely deprived of these things, and ultimately do not get the things they need to get from outcome-based education and even education in general. Ideological construct is another thing to consider in a place like Nigeria. So when some people have some access to educational materials and academic resources, they ultimately believe that education is for the sole purpose of financial liberation. This construct ultimately narrows their ability to ultimately gain from education as a whole, and this means that outcome-based education is something that would face this setback in and of itself. This means that in a place like Nigeria, ideological construct serves as this setback for outcome-based education. It is then very important for us to consider exploration against constriction. This means that as individuals need to continually explore the fields in education and not only concentrating on the field for which they want to study or for the field in which they want to become a professional. They should explore all forms of education and things that are beyond their field. This means that people will not only be educated people but will also become literate in several fields. While teachers continue to explore on different mechanisms to make teaching very easy, students also continue to continuously explore the different fields they need to learn, and this ultimately means that we'll have better professionals and better educated people in the society.
Outcome-based education is so meticulous. What are the drawbacks? Issues and challenges in the implementation of outcome-based education. The main problem with the implementation of outcome-based education is the definition of outcome-based education itself. While it emphasizes on outcome, confusion arises during the construction of outcomes for a particular course. During the construction of learning outcome for a particular course. Also, the concept of outcome-based education does not provide a specific procedure to follow in the achievement of the outcomes. Thereby, confusion arises on how best to implement outcome-based education curriculum. And lastly, the perception of students and teachers towards outcome-based education. While outcome-based education is student-centered learning, it's also heavily reliant on teachers as presenters of information. Further exploration of education is very important. How do we go about that? Teachers should involve students in their own learning through experience, reflection, and action. Clear teaching objective and predefined expectation may employ students to become smart, innovative thinkers. Also, for successful learning to happen, teachers must use a variety of methods, both direct and student-centered, to provide a variety of opportunities for students to practice new knowledge. Thank you.
I'm going to be talking about the various platforms for this educational exploration. The first is www.myslideshare.net. They share online practitioner experience into building a good and effective system for the outcome-based education. It's also essential we know that this outcome-based education is a student-centric learning model. So websites like www.myclassroom.net help teachers to plan a course delivery system and assessment with the endpoint in mind. And also, you can also take online courses on academic quality assurance of the outcome-based education at www.udemy.com. Thank you.
And that's all we have for YSME Edu Motivation for now. Really hope you learned something new and great today. Thank you. Bye.